going on, everybody? This is a conversation I think that I wanted everybody to get today. So, check it out. And actually, a man said that I was a special case. So, you know what that means. Check it out.
Yeah, this is the temple. The temple is
Greco-Roman temple.
Greek and Roman temple.
Okay. So this is no longer Egyptian. This is now European. Is that correct? So this is no longer Egyptian. This is now moving into the European.
And then that's why we call this Greek temple.
Okay.
Because Egypt was in that time conquered by the Greeks. See? Crocodile in this area on the Nile, in the city, and crocodile 7 meters long. So this is. So we built here temple. We came here and then maybe the crocodile will be. This is the temple. We dedicated this temple to a crocodile god. His name Sobek Ra. And then to be like nice with us because we facing like troubles because 7 meters long, no mercy, nobody could facing the crocodile. So we came here, in this high place, we built shrine or temple. Maybe the crocodile will be nice with us.
So did that work?
No,
he still wasn't nice.
Yes, still
he or she
still
wasn't nice.
Still
eating people. Now, to be clear, this is a Greek temple. This is not an Egyptian temple, but the Egyptians came here to worship the crocodile god.
This is Greek and Roman because the Greek. And then we have Roman.
Okay, so Greco-Roman, and so it's a European temple.
And you can see the Greek influence on the capital of the columns.
Okay.
Here you can see it's like Corinthians column. This is Greek. This is just in the Greek temples. And we don't have this in Luxor.
Okay.
The columns with lotus and papyrus, but here is different capital of the columns.
And we are in Egypt right now, not far from Sudan.
No, yes, we are like, we are close to Sudan, like if we say like 450 kilometers.
Okay. And so then, but somehow the Greeks and the Romans made it this far into Egypt.
Yes.
Got it.
I mean, because they would like the Greek rulers in that time, they treat with Egypt like a big store, provide Rome and Athens with wheat and barley.
Okay, so
building the temple like that.
Yeah,
building the temple that shows people, the farmers. They came with patient. They would like to offer to the gods, so they took the half of their crops here to the priest, and priest sent from here to the Greek and in Athens and Rome, ancient Rome, the wheat and barley.
Okay, and how long before Christ did you say?
Yeah, this temple was built actually the one who's starting here like 136 before Christ.
Okay, 136.
136 before Christ.
And what was the 400 before Christ?
400. This is some stones we found it, but underneath because this temple built in the top of the old temple. So the rulers, the ancient Egyptian, usually they used to do like this. We have like old kingdom temple, and then we have at the top of it the new kingdom, and then Greek temple in the same place. So if you dig here, you'll find a remain of the very old temple dates back to old kingdom.
And before the Egyptian.
Yeah, Egyptian. I mean before before the Greek, like 2,000 years before
the Greeks came and built on top of the Egyptian temple.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is the Greeks they used to do, building the temple in the top of ruins of the ancient Egyptian temple.
Isn't that something?
You understand? So for example, we have like small ruins, of the dates back to 1500 before Christ, and then they came in the like 200 before Christ, and they built.
So like cover up.
Exactly.
So basically just kind of cover up.
Excellent.
I'm getting this. I'm tracking this situation here, covering up what used to be there.
Yes, because they believe this place, it's holy place. This place for the gods. So they used to build everything in the top, even thousands of years different, but they added buildings.
So who actually were the laborers that built this? The people
Egyptian they built this. The workers, they were Egyptian.
Okay.
But the one who gave them order is Greek rulers in Alexandria.
Okay, so but the skill to build this, where did that come from? The skill, you understand?
This is hard question because we have something, some evidence. We don't have answer. We couldn't answer this happened or this made by very simple tools like wooden and chisel. So we have something you must say was advanced technology to making that things.
But who were, I guess, the Egyptians built it.
Yes, Egyptian built it.
So were they the ones who drew the plans, had the ingenuity? Obviously, we know they did because of what happened, building the pyramids. But I'm looking at this and wondering, did the Greeks have that ability as well, that same skill set?
No. The age of the pyramids is more the things we have from the ancient time, like the time of the pyramid. It was more advanced, the thing is more bigger and huge. So this is what we have.
I mean, this is reminiscent of what I've seen, Egyptian architecture, but this is for the Greek gods. So I'm just wondering that question. I'm a very inquisitive kind of person, so I just wonder, like, okay, because see, like this embossing over here that we saw at the temple in.
But if you look with this reliefs, you can see the same reliefs in the before 2,000 years before the Greek, but in perfect condition. Idealism, perfect.
Right. Well, we went there in Luxor.
Yeah, Luxor and also in the Cairo, the pyramids.
Okay.
Nothing. There is no mistake.
But this was not bad.
No, it's not bad. But you can see the belly.
Okay,
you see a lot of exaggeration.
Okay. Could it be?
Not idealism, and all.
But if the Egyptians built it, then why is it not perfect?
Because I will tell you, sometimes the rulers, he was not Egypt.
Okay.
So he didn't come here. He stayed just in his palace in Alexandria.
Okay.
He said, okay, build. But in the time of the ancient Egypt, the king, he came supervising by himself. Do this, don't do this. The artists in that time, we don't know they came from, but they were fantastic. They were.
So couldn't they have come from Greece then, if they or they?
No. We don't have Greek art.
So these were like the second, like the second string.
Yes,
Egyptian. Maybe not the first. Maybe not the best. Maybe not the best.
It's like generation after generations.
Okay.
So this is what we have.
Yeah.
But
I ask these questions because, it's just I'm curious because. I'm standing in Egypt looking at a Greek temple. So that's a Greco-Roman temple.
Yes.
And now I understand conquest, I understand all of that. And that's just the way of the world. But then I wonder, okay, who built? I keep going to the next level. Who built? Who was the art? Who gave the instructions? Who created the drawings? Who drew up the plan? Right,
yes,
exactly for this.
Egyptian. And also these temples for the ancient Egyptian gods, not for the Greek gods. Because
but there's a change in the architecture because it has a Roman. You see, that's what I was gonna say. It changes, it switches up a little bit.
We don't have this wavy back like this or this details. More detail. The Greek, the fingers, more details here and more exaggeration. You see
and it could just be artist interpretation. It could have been a different, person who was carved. Yeah, it could have been that. But
this is the style of the art during the Greek time.
So then who built the temples in Rome and Greece? Because they're quite impressive as well. So who built it?
Yes, but no, the Greek themselves, if they built, this is for the Greek.
So they built their own temples.
Yeah.
And because they have some impressive things too. It's not to... I'm not a big fan of the whole European deal, but they have some things there that make you kind of say, wow, not quite as impressive as the pyramids, but in some of what I've seen here. But I'm just kind of going through this, as I process it in my mind. and putting all of these pieces together, because a lot of times we try to put pieces together, and now I'm understanding a little bit more about what happened. I guess I keep coming back to, what happened to those people who could do this, that could stand this test of time, thousands of years. And I mean, look at it. It is, it's still, it's Egyptian symbols everywhere.
The Egyptian god, the Egyptian hieroglyph.
Yeah, that's what
This is, because this is for the Egypt, for the Egyptian people. So must having Egyptian gods and Egyptian language.
So when did the Greeks and the Romans get it? When did they get it? If this is their temple, when did they take over?
The Greeks, the Alexander came to Egypt
Okay, when he manipulated.
332 before Christ.
Okay, 332.
And then he died. And then his general, and then his empire was like big empire, Persia, Asia, and then he decided to give Egypt to generals.
Okay.
His general they gave with the name Ptolemy.
Bartholomew.
So after he died, from Ptolemy 1 to Ptolemy 12, this temple this temple was built in this time of the Ptolemy rulers. They stayed. Alexander, he established Alexandria, and the Ptolemy ruler, they never come to Colombo, but they stayed in Alexandria, and they gave order to the priests for doing these temples, and then people came with the offering, and then they take the offering or the crops to Greek.
Okay.
Yes. So
To Greece. Okay.
yeah.
All right. More questions on the way. There's so many people out here right now. It is, what this says, even on a deeper level, is the economic impact of tourism. And that's why for me, this feels like one of those museums in London or France where the items were stolen, because what I see is basically conquest. Instead of taking the artifacts, the land has been taken. And because the land has been taken, now you can charge a premium for it, but the history is here, and it's so informative that you want to come see it. So it's just, layers upon layers.
Les photos tranquilles.
Surgical instrument here.
Oh, surgical instrument?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay.
And this is because this temple they're using as a healing center. So if you're sick, come. So the place here, this temple, it's used as a healing center. So if people sick, they came here in this corridor, and they asking the priest for.
Vamos, por favor, gente.
Mostrar para as meninas.
Fotografei já foto.
O médico. Cadê o símbolo da medicina?
This is 40 medical instruments.
Okay. So right here.
So here is the God of protection. And then he holding the key of life in his hand, and we can see the eye horse, which representing the eye of the healing, or this is the healing eye. So this eye is, we have a story for it, is this is Horus. He missed his eye during the battle, and then a god, he healed the eye and gave it back to him. So a symbol of healing the eye, or a symbol of protection. And we found underneath of this temple, we found a prescription written by the ancient Egyptian doctors, and they used to put like this, the eye of Horus, and they write down the medicine. And then the eye of Horus is symbol of healing, this eye.
No.
And until now, if you go to the doctors, R and then X.
So,
You got the
so
idea?
the doctor, when you go to the doctor,
Now, the
He'll say-
doctors,
it says RX. It's not
RX, it's came from eye of Horus. If you ask any doctor what is the meaning of RX, he have no answer, because it was eye of Horus. Then the Europe and America, they converted to be RX, but
What about the little snake symbol for medicine?
also they came from Egypt. This the snake became from Egypt. So, but this is
I would love to see that symbol.
RX. This is RX.
Okay. So do they have a symbol for the? Now look at this. What is this man right here?
Yeah, the prisoner of the war. You see the way of tying them, their legs and their backs. You know.
That looks pretty intense.
Yeah, and this is also
And this is who are those people supposed to represent?
this like representing the prisoner of the war or captives.
And are those Egyptians? or-
No, not Egyptian. They came from Asians.
So those are Asian captives.
Asian captives, yes.
Okay. All right. Interesting. They tell the stories on the walls.
Oh,
So this is the original floor.
and this is the games they have like 3 pieces of stones. You put it here, and then they play.
Play whatever game you want to play.
Entendía garriñe.
Also here,
So these are the prisoners of the war again.
and also they tying them from their necks with one rope. One
Okay.
rope from here.
So are these Asians or?
You know, Asians, yes, most of them from Syria, from Asia. And we have here Lion of the King. Here,
Okay.
eating their hands. You see in his mouth. And if you look to the hands of this brother of the war, the hand itself looks like crocodile. You see?
I was gonna say, I see the crocodile. I see the crocodile.
Yeah.
But it looks like the tail of the crocodile.
Yeah, then the head also crocodile.
Yeah, I see all of that going on. Interesting. Very interesting. Right. So this image right here is of the lion.
Lion of the king.
Lion of the king eating the hands of the enemies of Egypt. Is that right?
The hands looks like,
The tail of a crocodile.
yes.
But if the Greeks are the enemy of Egypt, why are we in a Greek-Roman temple if the Greeks are the enemy of Egypt?
You know, they wanted to be like the rulers of the Greek. They want to be, okay, we did like ancient Egyptian did, like pharaohs. But you know, actually, they didn't depict themselves like in big battle Ramses II, because they were enemies of Egypt,
Right.
the Greek, because they were invaders.
So this is their temple, though, right?
But you know, this temple built in the time of their time. So, so this is why we have. That's why we have things like that. It's because they were invaders. They invaded Egypt.
But okay. But
And sometimes people here doing like in their time, the protesting.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. Again,
So that was a protest.
Against them. Yes, of course.
okay, because I'm in a Greek.
No.
I'm right behind me right here.
Protesting, yeah,
is
protesting.
Greco-Roman
Yes,
architecture.
Yes, you see the.
And I'm just trying to figure out, I guess, how they justified the lion eating the enemy, and it's the enemy's temple. That's that was a form of protest.
It's like, you know, we in ancient our mythology or our beliefs, we should have king for the country, whatever this king in Greek or Roman. So we must have this someone on the throne, because this someone, he is the link between us and the God. So whatever Greek, Roman, so no problem. So this is so that's why we have the Greek time, but we don't accept them to be like. That's why we used to protest over against them.
All right.
So let's go to see one thing there.
Okay, more on the way.
More on the way, yeah. How they made themselves like on the wall, like here. So.
Oh, about to go check something out. I'm right here.
Or 9 meter. This 9 meter, the Greeks, they made it to give them idea about the level of the water in the Nile, and this is like stairs, and they used to go down here and see the level of the water of the Nile, because this 9 meter connecting with the river Nile. So if we have like high water, big amount of water in the Nile, so we have here also the water level high. So the rulers, they recognize this, and they asking from this place, they can recognize, or they can asking for the taxes. For example.
Taxes.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
As I told you, they are invaders. So if we have good, nice flood this year, we have a lot of amount of water.
And water.
It means here high.
Right.
So it means as a farmer you will have
More crop.
so
More water,
taxes,
more
taxes.
So if it's low,
So this is like
this, because this is desert here.
This is 9 meters.
That means you're not going to have anything coming in this year. You're drought.
For measuring the amount of water, so this
Always
is like,
goes back to the money.
yes, money. So they asking the farmers for more. So this year we have big flood came. It means you have a lot of crop. So please send your taxes to the temple, and then the temple taking the wheat and barley fruits to ancient Greek and ancient Rome.
Talking about thieves in the temple, it sounded like the temple was the thief. Oh, I see the Greek influence of the column. I definitely do.
You see
Yeah. But I think for me, what is really standing out to me is the fact that 98% of the people who are here are not Egyptian.
yeah. You came to me, man. I will tell you. I understand.
I mean, I'm looking. They don't look like me.
Even the Egyptian, they have like two people.
No,
one.
That's that.
You know, I will tell you, Egyptian. I am Egyptian, so and I don't know. We feel this is, you know, it's. I mean, we are not interesting to visit the places here, like those temples, our ancient Egyptian temples. We love to see different things. We love to go to, for example, to the Nubian village, to see to both. But you know, for us, the temple, we are not so interesting for visiting the temple, to listen the story all the time. No.
Do you go to the pyramids?
No, most of the Egyptians.
Most Egyptians.
No, most of the Egyptians, they didn't like to. We understand this place is here, but we can every day we crossing in front of it. We don't care
Kinda
who
like
built
how we
it
do.
here, who the meaning was. I know my father. He's like 75 years old. His house in front of Karnak temple. He never entered the temple.
It sounds a lot like what we do in America too. I mean, because we'll have and I hate to say what I'm about to say, but we have the Washington Monument, which is really garbage for us. But when as children, we didn't know it was garbage. We were told that it was great. You know, George Washington's monument, who was really garbage. So
even they didn't asking me who built it. You know, they are not curious to ask what is the meaning of the temple, who built it, what is the purpose of the temple. No, okay, we know this Karnak temple. That's it.
So what this is saying to me, now this is just me. What this is saying to me is this is really It's brilliant. Let me say this. Let me just put this on the record. It is brilliant. It's brilliant. But what it feels like when I come to this Roman Greek temple, it feels like a stolen treasure that is being used for profit. Because the people who come here don't even look like. You know, it's not even for the people. Are the Nubians benefiting from this? I mean, obviously tourism now. The tourism industry sector is, but the people who built this is a recurring theme. The people who actually built it, are they benefiting from it? And that's where this gets. Because in America, people, the enslaved, built the monuments. They built America. But they're not being compensated for it. But you have everybody coming through, and they're benefiting from. So like, are the Nubians who built this, or the people who built this? So that's what I see now. I could be looking into it a little bit too deep. I don't know. I doubt I am, because I understand global economics. But it just makes you wonder more and more about this story and how deep it goes, and it just makes, these are just things, observations, and I think you see it too. Like you say, your father, he was in front of it. He's like, oh man, you just didn't even know.
Maybe because we changed the religion, because we are Muslims, and we are not like.
Right.
This is one of the reasons, because we are Muslim, and our culture as Muslim, we don't.
That's not even your culture. That's not even.
No. You are the Muslim. They not allow for you to have statues in your house.
Right. So it's not even of interest because the religion changed the culture. So ancient Egypt had a different religion than modern day Egypt.
Yes.
And so that's where now. See, this is why I
we
ask
came.
questions.
Yeah, we came. Yes. I will tell you. The religion changed. Country changed.
Right.
Beliefs changed.
Right.
This is why.
And the people of God, the ancient people don't exist anymore. So, meaning to when I say this, meaning sure, genetically they probably do, but we don't know how they built all of these different things. Maybe this, but as far as the pyramids, so now I get it because it changed. It changed the religion,
of course. Some conservative Muslim, they didn't even put pictures on the wall.
No,
the picture.
I get it.
The statue, this is forbidden for 100%. But even the statue, the picture, no.
I get it. No, I get it. Now it makes more sense. The disconnect between the ancient and what is now.
Yes, because they feel nowadays some people they say no, this is something for it's kind of paganism.
You say what now?
Paganism.
Oh, paganism.
Paganism.
Yeah, I got you.
Paganism.
Well, you hear that a lot in the Christian world too.
Paganism.
When you talk about the iron horse and things like that, they definitely say that's.
And they are now Muslim conservative or Christian conservative. That's bad.
No, you're right.
Yeah. I speak with you like as friends.
We are friends. I like it real because
I speak with you frankly. I mean, no, I will not give you because some people they say no, but I need it real. I'm going with you to the deep of the thing.
I didn't come to the halfway across the world to get anything less than the real.
Yeah, but even that's we even changing country, changing religions, changing beliefs, but we have some tradition we still like from the ancient Egyptian time.
But that's why I said remnants of the indigenous. Remnants of the indigenous. We got a little light right here.
Yeah.
Remnants, because that's a remnant of the indigenous. Well, and that's a remnant of the Greco-Roman time. But you saw the indigenous where they left their mark. So in the architect, in the drawings, you saw where the indigenous, and they even did that in America, where you had remnants in Savannah, Georgia, where the Ashanti tribe, they were enslaved, they left remnants. They said, we were here. And so that's what I see here.
Yes.
So, all right. Hey, I'm asking the questions because people want to know. When you come here, that's what I'm saying. It's important to travel because this conversation and being in this space and even everything that you hear, behind me, he made a very valid point that when the religions changed, then the importance of the particular monument it wasn't relevant anymore because of religion changed. And this goes back to this how religion plays into colonization and nation building or nation destruction, depending on how you look at it. And that's why when you start looking at the elements of it, of colonization, education, religion, economics, culture, and you can put it, anything else you can think of into it, but it just keeps getting, it's fascinating. It's fascinating. That's why you need to come see for yourself. Come see for yourself.
Even you see, listen to the voice of the prayers.
I hear.
So it's like religion. This is different ancient Egyptian religion.
Yes.
Now we are Muslim. You listen to the voice,
Yes.
the call of the prayer. This is the religion come on the top of the religion. But even that, we still have something. Traditions like even changing religion, even for example, we used to drink in Luxor like drinks. We drank ancient time they used to drink beer,
Okay.
but not standard beer for like energy drinks. Like during their works they drink beer all the time.
Okay.
But then the religion came, stop that, forbidden. I mean, no beer, no alcohol. But even that religion, Muslim or Christianity, even in Luxor, because we are the ancestor of the ancient Egyptian, we do like this. We still drink the bread juice, fermented bread juice.
That sounds some liquor to me.
And we called it booza. Booza, we drank booze.
Okay, got booze.
Yeah.
Got booze out there too.
Booza, yeah.
That's
We
where
drank
the
it.
name booze came from.
Even the very conservative Muslim or very conservative Christian, we are now changing different religion, but we still drinking booza like our ancestor did with the beer.
Okay, so the remnants of the indigenous.
Made it from the fermented of the bread juice. Bread juice fermented, and then and this
What
is
kind of juice is it?
bread juice. Bread juice. Bread juice fermented. Bread.
Like bread, flour.
Yes, bread. Yes, flour. Flour
you put
juice.
yeast in it.
And fermented, and then we make it. We add little water, and then we drink it. Make us happy. But even we change the religion. We
sound like some moonshine. Sound like some ancient moonshine. Moonshine, that's the term they use in America.
Exactly. Moonshine.
Out of the country.
Yeah. So this is like this, and we still use we still drink it, but we understand this is not it's not against against our belief, against our religion, but we still use it every day in Luxor.
Okay. All right.
And by the way, it's
Luxor sounds like a liquor.
So time here. Do you have?
Okay. All right, so I'm just coming out of here now. What did I just see?
So we saw nowadays mummification museum, or not crocodile museum, because actually the crocodile we using in the temple, it was like we used to worship it. So once one of them died, we mummified it and we made tomb, and then we found behind the temple, this temple, we found like under the knees, we found like tombs for crocodile.
Hey,
And then
if they were eating everybody around, I kind of understand why they might have had a little concern if they were eating everybody.
but
there's some big crocs in there.
yeah, but I would like to give you, share with you very deep point to understand is in ancient Egypt, the Egyptian, they used to honor crocodile, but they choosing one animal, not all the animal in the river.
The crocodile.
One priest, so he's seeing the crocodile, some feature of the crocodile, his color or something, and he said, this is the one. They took it and they put it in the temple, and they used to offer it to it and honor it. But if you find like a crocodile in the river Nile, we can kill it.
You can't.
We can.
Oh, you can.
We can kill it.
I guess
I
so
mean,
now.
no problem.
Well, because everything changed up now.
No. I mean, speaking in ancient time, even in ancient time,
Oh, you could.
they killed them.
Oh, okay.
They
And
killed.
worship them.
They worship, but they choosing one.
Oh, just
not
one.
all.
Everybody else had to go.
Yeah,
We give you one.
this is the one having the spirit of the God, having the soul of the God. This is the priest, they choosing one. This is the one they are going to bring into the temple and worship it.
And let it live.
And they let them, they give
They fed
them
it?
offering, feeding him. And
What would they feed it?
the old country, you know, they offered to crocodile different things, a lot of things.
But I mean, it likes meat, so it.
Meat, fish,
So
yes.
cow
You know, meat, fish. We have fish, a lot of fish, and we have picture here in the temple the crocodile laying down, and they offer to him a cake made out of milk and honey.
Oh, I bet.
It's kind of offering, yes.
Okay.
Maybe this crocodile inside the temple, he could control the other creature in the river Nile. They don't attack us.
Did that work?
Did it? Yeah. Sometimes work and sometimes
Right, depending
they
on-
eating us. Sometimes this and then sometimes. Yeah, this is what we have. But in India, in opposite side, India is different.
Yeah.
In India, they honor all the cows.
Yeah, I saw all the cows.
All
Yeah.
the cows.
Yeah.
Even the
No
streets.
hamburgers. No nothing.
No, all the cow. Even but here in ancient
McDonald's doesn't
Egyptian,
stand a chance.
They honored one
Crocodile.
just one. This is the one.
Yeah, because if you had too many of them running around, you running. Well, but you know what? We're going to see something. We're going to see something interesting. From what you told me, this crocodile story is getting to become more interesting.
Yes.
Yes.
Now till we will.
Yeah.
Yes, till we visit the
Yeah.
live fun. We see live fun in the Nubian village.
Can you pet it?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
boy. Oh boy.
Open up your eyes and see all the fun and mystery. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny. From the mountains to the shore, so many things to explore. Take an African adventure with Darren and Destiny.
The Adventures of Darren and Destiny. And Darren and Destiny are twin brother and sister, and you go on their adventures throughout the African diaspora, meaning so African diaspora destinations, primarily focused in Africa, but we go to South America, we're going to go to the Caribbean. Their first book is going to take you to Ghana, and then we're going to go on a safari, and from there we're going to go to Ethiopia, and then we go to Salvador, Brazil. And what the goal is to be able to inspire curiosity in the continent of Africa, in our children from a very young age, and to really tell a more accurate story. Most of our children are exposed to negative images, late night infomercials about how bad things are, everybody's sick, everybody's poor, everyone's uneducated, but that's simply not true. So what Darren and Destiny and their family do is they go to different African destinations. They are learning about these different places. You're beginning to see positive images, but still telling the truth. I mean, that's the important thing, to tell the truth about some of the things that have occurred. But it's all done on our children's level so they begin to understand it. And it begins to pique their curiosity. They begin to learn more. And hopefully one day they will want to explore and visit the continent of Africa and its many countries. There's just so much that Darren and Destiny are able to do, and as they're doing it, it's like they begin to open the minds of a new generation, and they don't get bombarded and indoctrinated with negativity. They're actually able to see positivity and inspiring images and messages about the African diaspora, as well as those who are still indigenous to the continent of Africa, and they begin to learn more and just see things differently. So I'm excited about introducing the Adventures of Darren and Destiny.